Hello, let me introduce you to Malachi, because Malachi is a very handsome boy and he's also a very special fella. But he is just one of 32 horses and ponies here at the Diamond Centre. This place is absolutely humming and it caters to a group of children and adults who just love being around horses and for whom riding is the absolute highlight of their week. These are people who have disabilities and riding makes a massive difference to them. These riders are very different, as they all have some form of disability. Their ages range from children as young as 3 to adults in their late 60s, and they may have severe physical disabilities or learning difficulties. Riders come to the Diamond Centre in school groups, from day centres, or as individuals. For these disabled riders, their weekly riding sessions at the Diamond Centre have become so much more than just a hobby or an interest. They've become an escape from their disability and an opening into the world of ability.
Ellie was born 9 weeks early. She had cerebral palsy, which we found out about when she was 18 months old, affecting all 4 limbs, but mainly the legs. She finds fine motor skills quite difficult with her hands. She's been coming here for 2 years now. When she first started here, she was extremely wobbly around the trunk muscles, but now I feel that she's really improved.
Now, many of the riders who come here to the Diamond Centre don't have free movement. They find it difficult to walk or run or do many of the things that we take for granted. But once they get on a horse, they're free, they're flying, and they go on to achieve skills that they never thought possible.
We've been attending for a couple of months now, and already in a couple of months we've seen a difference in Scarlett's posture for sitting and standing. It's not also only helping her physical needs, but also her social interaction as well.
As you can probably guess, the resources, skills and time required ensuring that every rider is able to benefit from their riding sessions are considerable. Imagine the effort that goes into providing this life-changing experience for over 360 disabled riders every week. The Diamond Centre is a founder member of the Riding for the Disabled Association and is one of the largest purpose-built centres of its kind in the UK. It offers a really unique choice of facilities to disabled people, including riding, hippotherapy, carriage driving, and even vaulting.
Vaulting being gymnastics on horseback, which we use as a therapeutic sort of difference to riding, really. Vaulting we break up into 3 parts of the lesson: the warming up of the vaulter, the practicing, and then the getting on of the horse, to put all obviously your bits of your warming up and your practice into action onto the horse. I feel the benefits to the children can be split into 2 really. One is sort of the balance and the coordination to the children, and 2 is the social, the confidence, you know, the group activities, and being in one of a team where they are, you know, who they are. There's no hang-ups to their disabilities, and we work to each individual child, so they're all, you can have a mixed ability in a group, and we work to every different child's needs.
Riders attending the Diamond Centre have a wide range of disabilities, including cerebral palsy, spinal injuries, spina bifida, genetic disorders, Down syndrome, autism, and learning difficulties. As well as these disabilities, the centre also provides its unique service to victims of road traffic accidents. It's now widely recognised that riding, or even simply being around horses, really helps disabled people both physically and in their sense of well-being. Many disabled riders have shown remarkable improvements since attending the Diamond Centre.
has been a life for me. I'm pretty sure that had I not, taken to riding, I probably would have been about 18, 20 stone. Probably wouldn't even be here by now. So it really has been a challenge to sort of give me a nice, healthy, fit working life.
Some of our riders have achieved a very advanced level of riding and regularly compete in riding for the disabled dressage competitions at national and international level with considerable success. In the 2008 Paralympics, Laurentia Tan, who has ridden at the Diamond Centre since she was 6 years old, represented her native country, Singapore, and won 2 bronze medals in the dressage events. A fantastic achievement for Laurentia and for the Diamond Centre.
And I'm a double bronze medalist at the Balding 2008 Paralympic Games. I won them in Hong Kong. I enjoy riding for the freedom of the movement that I can do in the horse. I can't do when I'm not on the horse, and it makes me feel like I'm doing ballet in the horse.
Lauren doesn't walk very well. Her balance is not very good, but when she gets on a horse, she has the freedom which she can't have on her legs. So she doesn't feel disabled when she's on a horse.
Unfortunately, riding is not a suitable activity for everyone. The Diamond Centre therefore provides carriage driving as an alternative. Like riding, carriage driving is a really enjoyable experience and gives a real feeling of independence. All rides are conducted by qualified instructors, supported by a team of trained and enthusiastic volunteers. Specialised lessons, such as hippotherapy, are supervised by fully qualified physiotherapists.
Hippotherapy is when we use the movement of the horse to challenge balance and encourage postural responses in children that have great difficulty lifting their heads up and sitting. So they're children who wouldn't be able to ride in an ordinary ride, but we can give the movement and the experience of being with a horse and the benefits of therapy to go with it. So over the years we've had quite a variety of children that have come to our courses, and for some of those children the hippotherapy has helped them develop their sitting balance so that they can then sit on their own and use their hands for play, which is very important for the little ones. And for some of them they've been able to improve their walking. So whereas their balance wouldn't be sufficient, they've been able to take 1 or 2 steps, or certainly bigger steps, and working towards walking on their own.
Malachi was born at 34 weeks at emergency cesarean. He has cerebral palsy, which affects his mobility. He cannot walk unaided. He walks with a K-walker. He has very tight adductors in his legs and very low muscle tone around his trunk, which affects his balance as well. Since coming here, Malachi's had 4 sessions. He absolutely loves coming here and looks forward to every single session. A lot of family and friends have noticed how much looser Malachi is in his hips, his posture. He sits up so much more straighter. And overall, I'm grateful that he's had the privilege of coming here to ride.
Just imagine the sense of achievement and the happiness that one person gets from riding or carriage driving. Multiply that by 360 a week. Bear in mind that the Diamond Centre has been here for 40 years, and that is an awful lot of disabled people who have had their lives transformed. On you go, Blossom. However, in order to bring this huge amount of pleasure and therapy to so many, there is a cost. The Diamond Centre owns over 32 horses and ponies, and they all need looking after. It costs over £1,600 a year to keep just one of these 32 horses, and on top of those costs, there are staff salaries, maintenance of buildings, electricity bills, etc., etc. Riding fees are heavily subsidised by the Diamond Centre to ensure that all disabled people, regardless of means, have the opportunity to ride. But riding fees alone don't cover the annual costs needed to run the Diamond Centre. So fundraising is always a priority, and the Centre also relies heavily on the generous donations and legacies it receives in order to continue its valuable work.
Fundraising is absolutely vital to us because first of all we have 14 paid staff, somewhere in the region of about 286 to 300 volunteers, and without their support and without them doing outside fundraising as well, and everybody is fundraising as hard as they can go, which is vital to keeping us going from one year to the next.
The Diamond Centre occupies a 7-acre site with another 30 acres in use for grazing. There are 2 indoor riding arenas, an outdoor arena, stables and outbuildings.
The Diamond has a wonderful band of staff, and that ranges from our staff that run the yard here, from our instructors, a loyal band of volunteers, because it does take a lot of money to run a centre like this, and that's why we rely so much heavily on fundraising and donations.
The centre is run by a small team of full and part-time staff. It also relies on over 300 dedicated volunteers who freely give their time to help ensure that the riders get the greatest benefit from their riding experience. Without these volunteers, the Diamond Centre simply wouldn't be able to operate. But even with all this help, the costs are high. But then, so are the rewards.
It's really enjoyable working at the Diamond Centre because it's a completely different experience to what I've done before. I've done a lot of mainstream teaching, but being here you get to see the pleasure from just sitting on a horse, just touching a horse, just grooming a horse, the smiles on their faces and the look in their eye, and any kind of response is just an amazing, it gives you that really nice warm feeling inside and makes it a pleasure. Even when it's raining, you just don't care, you just keep going because they enjoy it so much.
Currently, the centre needs over £285,000 a year just to pay the regular bills, and on top of this, there are always the additional unexpected costs, such as replacing equipment or horses. But despite the fact that the Diamond Centre is a registered charity which brings so much pleasure and therapeutic benefit to those who need it most, we receive absolutely no government or local authority funding.
It costs £1,600 a year for the upkeep of one horse, and we've got 32 of them. And on top of that, the staff salaries, maintenance of buildings, electricity and vets bills, etc.
All of this has to be paid for by fundraising, donations, grants, legacies, and the Diamond Centre's moderate fees. So that is why I'm appealing to you to help ensure that this amazing place continues to bring pleasure and benefit to so many who are in real need of it. With your help, Malachi and his friends at the Diamond Centre will be able to continue providing their unique service to their disabled riders, helping them gain some independence and letting them experience something special, something that really does make a difference to their lives. So I'd like to ask you please to help this charity. Your gift, whether it's a single donation, a regular standing order, or a legacy in your will make a real difference to everyone here at the Diamond Centre. Now, the money that you send us will be used to buy new horses and ponies when they're needed, to buy new tack and other essential equipment, to make improvements to the buildings and the stables, and to pay the grooms and the physiotherapists. But most of all, it'll go towards keeping the smiles on these faces.